YouTube, Scarpad from the Scarpad's domain, coming with you today again, unboxing, well, not really unboxing, but showing off some of my collection and some of the things I really think are high points in my collection. Now, I'm a huge Kaiju fan, which means, of course, Godzilla and Gamera, and two of the biggest pieces of my collection are the sets from Criterion and Arrow. Now, I do also have tons of single releases from these two great characters, but it's the box sets we want to look at right now. So let's start off with from Criterion. They put this out a few years back. It's that big monster book set. Now, the negatives on both these sets are they're big and they don't fit on shelves. So if you have a place for these things, whether it be a coffee table or someplace you can display it in your collection, the better you are. The only other negative I have on this set is that they could not secure from Toho the American soundtrack. So these are strictly the Japanese releases with the Japanese soundtracks and English subtitles. So if you don't like subs or you want the American releases, look elsewhere because these aren't going to be them. But they do have fantastic transfers. And, if you want to, watch really the best way of seeing the films, it's this way. But I do enjoy the American cuts. I do wish that the American cuts were on here. I think the only one that does have the American language in this one is King Kong versus Godzilla. That has both the original language and the new one. I think it also has the Raven Bird cut. So let's just look and see what's on here. Right here. So we open this up and it's got some phenomenal artwork in here. And it's all made like a book. Now, the first part of this is a book on basically all the movies, talking about the movies, and so forth. And having that new kind of like Art Deco artwork for each film. So we got, multi-huge pages, spreads talking about Godzilla. Here's Godzilla Raids Again, and so forth. And the artwork in this is pretty nice. King Kong versus Godzilla. Three-headed monster. So now if you go to the back of the book here, this is where you get the discs. So in this little area back here, they have a little cardboard area where they're keeping all the discs. So here they are. They are in those little cardboard areas. So you do have to kind of like dig them out of here, but they come out moderately okay. Now these will have multiple movies on the discs here. So let's just kind of go over it as the back of it. Go over what's on here. So we have 15 Kaiju classics. Godzilla from 54, Godzilla Raids Again from 55, King Kong versus Godzilla from 63, Mothra versus Godzilla from 64, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster from 64 also, from 65, Invasion of the Astro Monster, Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, that's 66, Son of Godzilla, 67, Destroy All Monsters, 68, All Monsters Attack is 69, Godzilla versus Hedorah, or the Smog Monster, 71, Godzilla versus Gigan, 72, Godzilla versus Megalon, 73, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, 74, and Terror of Mechagodzilla, 75. So that's the entire Showa series of movies before they moved into the Heisei era. Let's see. So high definition digital transfers of all 15 Godzilla films. High definition digital transfers of Godzilla King of the Monsters. The U.S. release version of Godzilla. So we get both the Raymond Burr U.S. release and the Gojira. We get the English language dub tracks for Invasion of the Astro Monsters. So there is more on here. So Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Terror Mechagodzilla. So we do have some English language dubs of some of them. Of course, new interviews and archival footage, a new English subtitle translation. So this is a really, really nice set. Now, what Criterion should do, and I don't think they've done it, is for anybody that, because this is still available, and you can probably pick it up. Usually, Black Friday has a good deal on it. But they should repackage this and just put the films into a box for somebody that doesn't want this big honking set sitting on their shelf. But this is kind of rubberized. It's a real nice set. I really enjoy it. And the movies all look great. Now, in addition to Godzilla, here comes Gamera. Oh, Gamera. Gamora's in Guardians of the Galaxy. This is Gamera, the complete collection. Well, everybody knows Gamera was South Korea's entry into the kaiju films, and they started off with Gamera the Invincible, which was a fairly straightforward black and white monster movie, and then they kind of got, once they started going into them, they started getting kind of kidified. They always had what's known it can almost be a derogatory term, a kini, which is in any of these Japanese movies or Korean movies, kids in these films, the kinis along with the monsters. So plenty of kinis in this flick, these flicks, because they kind of devolved into children's films, but they're still highly entertaining to watch. And some of the effects in some of the movies are really good before they got really bad. So this thing weighs a ton. It is a heavy set because we have a bunch of stuff in here from AO. Now they've since divided these into multiple box sets that are smaller. So they divide them into the areas they kind of deal with. Let's get some of the stuff out of here so I don't go crashing stuff all around here. So first thing you're going to get is a book here. This is a book talking about all the movies. And like the Godzilla one, really nice. I mean, this thing has really nice artwork. History of Gamera. You got poster art for all the movies. Really, really nice stuff. This is one of my favorite sets. I really like this, even more so than the Godzilla one, because this really has a lot of stuff on it. I don't know if they've condensed down some of the stuff for the box sets, but this basically goes over, and it has interviews for all the movies. They even have like these biological cutouts of the monsters, talking about what each organ does. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. That's really cool. And then there he is in all his glory. Big giant turtle. So basically that's what you get in the book here. Now, the other book is a comics collection. So this was all the comics that came out from Dark Horse, and you'll see them in the back, the Gamera. So you get a complete, nice, illustrated, hardcover collection of all the Gamera comics. Some in black and white, and I think some of these are in color later on in the book. Yeah. So these are the series that Dark Horse put out. Really, really nice. So this is a pretty nice hardcover, thick book of all the comics. And then we get into the movies. And you get a whole separate book here, similar to the Godzilla one, where you had the discs inserted into the pages. And Arrow just knocked it out of the park when they put together this package. Really nice. So if you're a huge Gamera or Kaiju fan, this is probably the one you want. And you got some different poster cards down here. And that's that. So you get a little book here telling you, a little back here telling you what's in here. So basically, I'm not going to read all that. Each one of these discs have both the English language dub and the Japanese, not Japanese, the Korean language dub on it. They're stacked with figures. You get disc 1, Gamera with the Giant Monster, disc 2, Gamera versus Barugan, and Gamera versus Gauss. Disc 3 is Gamera versus Virus and Gamera versus Gyron. Disc 4 is Gamera versus Ziga and Gamera versus Zigra, Higa and Zigra, and Gamera Super Monster, which was the last of the original Showa era. And then you get into disc 5, which has the newer films, Gamera the Guardian of the Universe, Gamera Attack of Legion, and Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. And then Gamera the Brave is on the last disc. And all of these are chock full of documentaries, effects, featurettes, really, really chock full of features, and that's everything you get on the movies themselves. So both packages are really, really phenomenal. Really phenomenal. Good stuff. Good stuff. If you're a Kaiju fan, look, maybe not. I think this is our print, the Gamera big box set, but the Criterion one is still available, and they've got the smaller box sets of all the Gamera movies you can choose. They got broken up to the older Showa era and the newer era, the Heisei era, whatever you want to call it. New Millennium, I think, in the case of Gamera. So it's a little cheaper to buy those. So, but these are really, I love this stuff. I love the movies. I like the box that you get this nice, heavy box. Everything goes in. Really nice job. Arrow, when it comes to doing box sets, really, Arrow excels at the box sets. And then everything slips back in here reasonably. As I said, the one problem is it's really heavy. You lift this thing up for weights. And there you go. There's your box set with all the movies. So those are really two of my favorite Kaiju things I have in my collection. Just wanted to kind of pop in here today and show those off real quick. Hope you're having a good day, and leave the comments in the comment section down below. What do you have for Kaiju stuff? What's your top Kaiju film in your collection? Let me know, because I love my Kaiju. This is Scarpad for Scarpad's Domain. Everybody keep collecting, watching those Kaiju movies, and we'll catch you all later. Have a good day, everybody.